Alright, welcome back to yet another loadout race here. Should I say it? I'll say it. I'm your gamer host, as always. And we've got some Artificer. Thankfully not Flamethrower. Not Flamethrower Artificer. There will not be pain, there will not be crying, there will not be tears. There will be racing in a fast manner. Just to note, we've got 3 racers right here if you're looking at the title, if you're looking at the description here on Twitch or on YouTube, depending where you are. You might notice there's 4 names, and you only see 3 racers. Well, one of the racers came a little late here. So, for now, we've got 3. AKDRER, the 4th, will show up soon. And when we get there, there will be a little bit of a disruption as I try to fix everything, but should be pretty smooth otherwise. As for the racers that we have here for now, we can go ahead and talk about them. Faku up in the top, in the bright white with a hint of pink, is that? And that Artificer gets an energy drink. Very good, especially for Artificer who doesn't have any like horizontal movement abilities. Can work a lot with going up and down with Ion Surge, but a little bit of speed could go a long way. When you're just kind of hovering, right? You don't have roll or slide, right? Like Commando. You don't have any blinks. You don't have a smoke bomb that speeds you up. You don't have multi with the transport mode or mercenary with the eviscerate or whatever dash you're using, right? You don't have the mines like your railgunner. Nope, it's just you hover, which is nice for getting over large objects, but that's about it. So speed's gonna be good, and that's Faku with that there. Faku, the favorite to win this loadout race, has gotten in 2nd place, I believe, 3 times, has gotten 1st and 2, but has had a lot of tough competition in those 2nd place finishes. The competition today, I wouldn't necessarily call it a breeze. I wouldn't guarantee it to be a Faku sweep, although that's where my mind is going naturally. I've been proven wrong. I just last race was talking about how it was looking like it was either going to be Tyler or Wollywog for 1st and 2nd, and then or not Wollywog for 2nd, Tyler or K. But suddenly up came Waterholic and jetted himself up there. I'm not going to say exactly what position, but got really far. Go ahead and watch that if you haven't yet. Yeah, could be anyone's game. Speaking of anyone, the other competition, Popcorn, down in the bottom left with the ominously glowing blue. That looks like my old PC is. Oh wow, Fireband! You have to hit that chance shrine twice to get it. Who knows if anyone or everyone will. Popcorn with 5 items? Man, how do you get so much money? I don't see any. Was there a combat shrine? There has to have been a combat shrine. Faku's only at 22 bucks. 1 item, 2.5 minutes in. And Popcorn here. Oh wait, no. No, Faku has a healing drone. Okay, that makes sense. I understand now. Okay. But here goes Popcorn going to start the TP fight. And look at that damage. The Ion Bomb and the M2 of the day of choice for Artificer here does a ton of damage, especially with a crowbar. Assuming the sparks don't take away that crowbar damage. Squid Polyp is the boss, or the item that drops from the boss, by the way. Popcorn decides to pick it up right away. Faku, on the other hand, or not Faku, Wollywog opts to hold off. Maybe can find a recycler. I think it's a really good idea. There's no situation you're going to have any use for that Squid Polyp unless you find a a scrapper and want to scrap it. But there could be a recycler at some point. There could be yeah, that's about it. You can recycle it, and if you recycle it, it can become something good. There's a little bit of lag. And speaking of lag, where's the lag coming from? None other than Wollywog. Wollywog, who the first couple loadouts of the series of the hosting league in the first couple weeks was really struggling, right? Ended up getting in 4th place both times, having a DNF a bunch, but it came week 3. Ended up getting in 3rd place. Week 4 got 2nd. Week 5 was up in 1st place, right? So it's just been doing really, really good. Has been working a lot, improving a lot, and we'll see what Wally can do here to maybe try to continue that streak. Although the competition again is going to be pretty fierce with Popcorn being there and Faku. Popcorn I feel has been one of the more steady steady racers Hasn't really gotten super close to first place yet, but it's very consistent at getting in second, getting in third. I think it was until just last week, or 2 weeks ago, that Popcore got in fourth. No, I don't even think it's happened. All right, very steady racer. Gets in second a lot. Sometimes gets in third. But sometimes that's all you need, right? I believe in the tournament, it's the top 2 of every loadout that gets to proceed to the next round, so that'll help. That'll be good. That's something you want. You don't want to end up with a DNF, right? I think Wally has had a DNF 4 or 5, maybe even 6 times, compared to Popcore, who's only not finished, I think, 3 times? Right? So, could be anyone's game here. Faku has been beaten in loadouts before. I think it was by Waterholic, where Faku ended up dying on the moon to a wisp when trying to egg up or wing up. I think it was with wings. Right, and ended up losing a loadout. Took the race as a whole, but it's definitely shown mortality, right? It's not some immortal object or beast that is undefeatable. But as of now, I mean, it's definitely the furthest ahead by a decent amount, right? Has the crowbar. Wollywog doesn't. Wally's also on the boss at the same time. Look how much more damage needs to be done to that Beetle Queen still. Right, that's going to be a crowbar that Wally doesn't have the entire race. And we'll need to find some sort of advantage to have over Faku. Whether that be not dying while Faku dies, while Popcore dies, or something else. Oh, 6 DNFs for Wally, 4 for Popcore? Okay. Okay. I mean, I'd much rather have a 40% over a 60% for finish rate. It's a pretty big difference. Okay, Faku trying to scout out the area. Has a harpoon as the boss item. As both Faku and Wally are just waiting around trying to charge TP. Popcore, meanwhile, trying to scout around before activating, finds a crowbar right next to spawn, next to those tri-shops inside of one of the small chests. Has a crowbar now. Sees pennies. Pennies are good. That means more items down the line. We like it. Love pennies. We'll be able to now activate the stage 2 TP instead of just standing around doing nothing that whole time. Popcore's going to be able to make money. Right? Has that job. Now the job is getting shot at, which isn't very fun, but it is a job nonetheless. It is income. Income during a race. You gotta do what you can. Gotta meet the bills. Gotta pay them off, pay them quick. And with those crowbars and everything else, is gonna already have a dead Beetle Queen. Nice. This is a harpoon, goes for it right away. On stage 2, see the blazing beetles? You don't want to kill those blazing beetles. Yeah, that's a mistake. Because blazing beetle's about the best you can have it. And a failing sanctuary. Ooh, uh-oh. Oh, Popcore's going to be missing out. You know what everyone else is going for? With that fire band, there it is. With that fuel cell and fire band in hand, both Wollywog and Faku are going to be able to pick up Prion accumulator, guaranteed. Now, Wally is 25 seconds behind, not just 20 seconds behind Faku, real time. So that's a slight advantage on top of already being ahead in real time. Or in game time. Right, but on stage 3 a little bit longer, you're able to loot up a bit more, scout a bit more. Wally's 20 seconds behind, but both are still able to get it. That's going to be nice. And even with the two crowbars, which, oh man, would have been so good if Popcorn was somehow able to have that other crowbar, the second one, get the Prion. Double crowbar Prions? Ooh. Oh, that's so good. Oh, we'll see what Popcorn can get here with all this extra money. Thought about Fire Beetle, but there was a vermin next to it, wanted to kill right out after. Was like, oops, okay. Yeah, fire beetles are about the best it gets when it comes to dealing with stage 2. Other things can be Templars, but Templars can be scary at the same time. And a timeout's called as Faku's game's lagging a little bit. Okay, now it's just lag. Oh, there's a TC280 right next to TP. And yeah, I don't think Faku's lag's going to change much throughout the run. So he goes for a quick Prion there. Boom, blasted. Nice. Actor in about 5. Okay. Very nicely done as well is Wally, or I should say almost nice. Right, Wally wasn't able to get the Fire Band in that Prion. Goes for another Prion, takes out care of the wisps, or pests, which honestly, I don't hate. Right, you've got 90 seconds to take care of that Imp Overlord, and now you don't have to deal with the 5 or 6 pests that are all over the place. Right, you can have a pretty standard fight to finish off, and yeah, the Imp's gonna die anyway. Maybe what I don't like is all the leaving and jumping out of the TP zone with every Ion Surge. But both Faku and Wollywog done with the TP boss in stage 5, or stage 3. We'll now have to wait a little bit, wait around. They don't have pennies, they can't farm the Imps, they can't farm the Overlord. All they can do is just kill what they see and loot up what they can. Popcorn, meanwhile, found a rusted key. Rusted key that also Wally has. Ended up finding another crowbar. Has 3 crowbars. Wow. That's good. And Faku sees a lysate cell, which is not a hard light afterburner. Hard light afterburner works with the snap freeze. Lysate, if you take, you get more Ion Surge, which, if you're Faku and you've got a crowbar and you've got a fire band, you're thinking, this is a Prion build. I don't want to lose my fuel cell. I don't want to lose my Prion. So that's why Faku's not picking that up. If I were Popcorn, maybe I would consider picking it up. Right? There's no Prion, but you can at least get that advantage of moving up faster. Which isn't bad. Okay, stun grenade found for Faku, but there's another Void Cradle. Faku maybe waiting to kind of gear up a little bit more. And, okay, this is going to be actor time, I think, as another timeout's called. Oh, don't even have to. There's the Quack. Be back in it. Actor's going to start. I think. Yeah, okay, there we go. And we now got ourselves a 4-person race. Items of interest, by the way, Wollywog found a crit and 2 watches. Or at least 1 watch. I don't know where the other one was. I think the other one was stage 1. Yeah, I think Wally was the only one to find that. Okay. Nice. Wally's gonna get the stun grenade now. As there's 2 lysate cells. No, wait, no, that's the other Void. Oh wait, Faku did go for lysates. Maybe felt like having 2 lysates was better than having the 1 fuel cell. Or 3 lysates, I should say, because of the conversion. Very nice. And now we've got Actor. Right, Actor up in the top left. Actor who had some problems, was a little bit late. There's a little bit of lag. That might be on Breach's end, just from being overburdened a little bit. But regardless of whatever the case might be, we see Actor finds the speed. He's going to find everything else that a lot of the racers have found. right? As there's an Imp Overlord for Popcore, who's a little bit behind the other racers here, right? Wally and Faku both on stage 4 at about the 15-minute mark. Popcore also at that 15-minute mark. But you know what minute mark Actor's at? Actor is at the minute 30. Right? So has like 12 minutes of time to make up. To be from where he is now to be where all the other racers are. We'll see if he can do it. There's a void seed on stage 4, by the way. Oh my god, that's a needle tick. That's going to be a death. 4. Wollywog gets hit by a needle ticked or a void touched larva and takes a death. Loses 40% damage overall and is now in a really, really bad spot. Meanwhile, Faku did not die from that. At least not yet. And is chilling. Oh no. Wally was really competing. And Wally's still in there. Wally's still getting into it. Oh, jeez. Yeah, timeout's going to be called, I guess. Or was thought about being called. Breach decides not to do it. Maybe didn't click it. And is trying to click it. Okay, make your mind up. What do you want to do? Oh, the watch was found, by the way. Okay. So that was from the Try Shop. Try Shop was a watch. Okay, timeout's called. Yeah, that should help. Great reduction in the bit rateage. Popcore thinking about that TC280. Only enough penny farms. But have enough for it. It was like 2,400 bucks. Oh boy. Alright, stage 5 for Faku. Faku just kind of zooming ahead. Has the Prion, knows with the crowbar and the Prion and the focus crystal and the watch. Gonna have a pretty easy Mithrix phase 3. Phase 1. You'll be able to pull one in as well. Maybe it might not be the best, but it's still better than nothing. And Popcore saw the Lysate cell. I feel like you want to take it. If you see a Lysate, take a Lysate on Ion Surge. It saves a lot of time. Unless you have like safer spaces and you want to try and just do that. Oh, that's going to be good. Okay. Yeah, I really like that now. Because you could have the Gorax Opus and then you can just like triple Ion. And you go zooming. Breach is thinking. Actor's freezing a little bit. Actor didn't die during stage 1 TP, by the way. Okay, another timeout's called. Gotta reduce some more frames. Maybe try and take Popcore's resolution down a little bit. Reduce the frame rate on Actor's screen. We'll see what happens. We'll zoom ahead a little bit. Was taken down. Frame rate reduced. We'll see what that does. And trying to make this as smooth of an experience as possible. Good internet isn't all over the world, and again, it's completely voluntary. If it wasn't for Breach, there would be no race right here. Shout out to Breach. You legend. Okay. Popcore has a scrapper, looking through some of the items, sees a med kit, sees squid polyp, some other things, can proceed through TP at any point. Is going to loot up a little bit more, though. Which, while maybe not super competing for that first place position unless Faku really messes up. Ooh, Glacial. Yep, there you go. Takes out the Glacial Greater Wisp. That is a ton of health not to think about with the Prion. Very good Prion. This has one normal Greater Wisp, and that's the whole TP event. Maybe an extra brass contraption spawned. 2 or 3 of those. Really not bad. Gotta say, I really like it. I'm liking what I'm seeing on Faku's screen. Actor's not looking too bad either. Taking a lot of time, right? Almost half, that's like a third of the time already spent just on stage 1 alone. He's looking for some extra loot that maybe some of the other racers didn't find. Gets a teddy bear. That's a bear that no one else got. I think AKDRER hit that chance shrine more than any other racer. And, ooh, Popcore with a blast shower. A lot of equipments to choose from on stage 3. Despite not having, you know, the Prion. There was, I think, a Wood Sprite. There was a... what were the others? I forget. Popcore not opting for the... oh, there was a Gorag's Opus, that's right. But opts to take the blast shower and get some hooves, so maybe the Ion Surge... Lysate not as needed, not as necessary. Void Seed collapses, by the way. There's just a potential that gives you Opal, and there's a Void Cradle that gives you Void Crit. So, super duper not worth. There is a watch printer on stage 4. If any of the racers choose to go into that, they can. I don't know if Faku saw it or not. Or maybe Faku felt like it was enough damage and didn't need it. I feel like you'd at least want to go into a couple of them. Oh, wait, you know what? Crowbar. You don't want to lose Crowbar. Not with Prion. Ooh, AKDRER in trouble. AKDRER can lose watch if one more hit is taken. Hunter's Harpoon's the item picked up. Gets a lot of kills there. Doesn't have any healing aside from the slug, which isn't bad healing, but when you're in combat like this and taking a shot left or every once in a while, kind of scary. Frost Relic, by the way, picked up for Wollywog. Wollywog only now just activating the TP, by the way. Oh, look out for those jellies. Frost Relic going to help a lot with that for Wally. Crowbar found for Popcore. Man, Popcore is really good at finding these crowbars. Is that what? Up to 3 again, even after losing some to speed printing? There's not really much Popcore can do with them. Maybe if lucky, he could find a tri-shop that has either a Prion or maybe a capacitor maybe would be nice with that many. Regardless of what it is. Oh, Popcore needs to look out. Okay, it's gonna be safe, gonna be fine. Sees another equipment, it's Gubo Jr. Which you don't want to do on Ion Surge Artificer. If you have a Gubo Artie, she has this really unique ability of using Ion Surge and then plummeting to her death. It's really cool. I almost wonder, because the AI used for Gubo is the same as the Artifact of Vengeance, right? The one that makes the Doppelganger. So if you just play as Ion Surge Artificer for that, is that just like, what, one free item every 10 minutes? That's not bad. There you go, I was thinking with artifacts. Heal cell found, by the way, for AKDRER. AKDRER moving on to stage 3. At actually a pretty similar pace to some of the other racers. If I were AKDRER, I would at least try to go for that tri-shop that was right next to TP, though. Right? Might be at a similar pace, but it's at a lot less items. Oh, you know what? AKDRER really is thinking about the Prion. He's thinking, oh no, I'm down to 30 seconds. I want to make sure I can get this. Prion's going to be much more worth than that tri-shop, and I think he's right in a lot of ways. As Popcore finishes off that that Void Seed, sees the Void Crit, is like, wow, that was useless, and runs away from there. And yeah, 9 seconds remaining. I don't know with that tri-shop if there would have been enough time. AKDRER gets the Prion. Well done. And also well done is Baku, having finished the stage 5 TP, has moved on to the moon and has a perfected Chimera Wisp. That's terrifying. It's running, it's getting shot, it's Ion Surging, trying to avoid these bullets, and is going to be able to get behind a wall. Oh, but this is terrifying. What a mission this Chimera is on. I don't know if the other racers are going to get this, but this is a huge time loss for Faku. Not only losing one-shot protection already, might lose some of the drones. There's a red on Wollywog's screen, gets a sentient meat hook and another repulsion armor plate from that. That could be huge for stage 5 at least. Maybe not too much else from that. But oh my god, I mean, what do you do if you're Faku here? You gotta really slowly respect that perfected Chimera. Yeah, you gotta just jump down and hide. And there we go. Safe space acquired for Faku. We are very much pro safe space here in the hosting league. And underneath the bridge, you cannot get hit by perfected Chimera Wisps. It's very good. Very nice. Popcore thinking about blue portals. Activates it, has 5 green scrap at the ready. Something like Headstoppers would be huge. Popcore, who again doesn't have the Prion, finds an encrusted key. Did anyone else get this encrusted key? I don't think so. And not only has the encrusted, but also has some rust. Also doesn't have any deaths, unlike Wally. Popcore's looking pretty good for maybe getting a potential second place. We'll see what can happen. As Faku's freezes for a little bit. That's a yikes. So, in terms of Prion economy, what does Faku have? Has some focus crystals, has a fire band, 1 crowbar, Harvester Scythe for crit, 1 crit glass, 1 predatory at 21% crit. Breach thinking about calling timeout, but what's the point? Kind of like got a dramatic slideshow. You get to see 1 second. It's like a trailer. It's a cinematic trailer. Look at Faku. Like every time it freezes, it's like you get a text bubble of like explaining stuff, and oh my god, landed it, landed the Prion shot. You couldn't even tell it was happening, but it happened, and now Mithrix is already down to half health in cinematic fashion, and Breach is like, okay, I can't even tell what's going on here. I can't even tell. Should I call timeout? I don't know if this one's on a Breach or if this one's just straight up Faku. You can never tell. Well, it looks like things are getting a little bit better. And while those things are getting better, Popcore here, finishing off a stage 4 TP boss, going to be able to get the feather, which could be nice against Overloading Larva. No! Popcore takes a death. The Overloading Larva landed a direct shot, procced the bubble, or procced the opal, and then from the opal, the Overloading bubble finished Popcore off. That's going to be a +5 for him, and now has to worry about so much more. Oh no. You know who this opens up the door for? The other racer's at 32 minutes. You know what Actor's at? Actor's at 13. Right, it was at about this point. Right, Actor's definitely on pace. Had a little bit of a slow start on stage 1, but sped stage 2 up. Maybe doesn't have the most items in the world, might be able to get some more after this, right? Having gotten the guaranteed Prion. Doesn't have any crowbars, but has 2 watches, has a focus crystal, has some crit. That's good. And you know what's not good is when you're at 8 health, if you're Wollywog on the stage 5 TP. Oh my god. Look out. Look out. 1 bell shot, 1 wisp shot, specifically a glacial wisp shot, 1 alpha construct shot, it's over. All right, double +5. That's something kind of right now. If you're Popcore, you're looking for that. Opal saves the day again. 40 health, 20 before the medkit kicked in. It's almost like Wally's only alive because of that medkit. Oh my god! And there's a glacial gup in the center. You can't go grab the what was it? A will-o-wisp? Look at what the boss item is. While all that's going on, the Chimeras on phase 2 are already almost done. Faku's kind of slowly killing these, purposely not killing him yet, is making sure he can be close to the center of the arena to get that fire band in, to be able to get that focus crystal damage, to be able to get that with the crowbar. If you can't see it now, Faku's charging it up, it's landing the shot, the Prion's been fired, it's hit. How much health does Mithrix have left? Oh, not a crit. Okay, I think the phase 1 one was a crit, because that is much less damage this time around. Unless, like, one of the exploders took the fire damage, took the fire band away. I'm not sure. You know, it's insane that Wollywog's still alive. If Wally makes it out of this without dying, I'll be shocked. Wait, red soup? Oh, it's meat hook. Okay. The meat hook that Popcore didn't find on stage 4 is found in the soup room. And as Breach finds a good spot for Faku to time out on, halved for AKDRER. So everyone's down to at least 720-30. Let's see if Breach can at least handle that. Breach's internet is a mixed bag. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Depends who's using it. You gotta love internet companies. With random bandwidth throttling, among other things. I'm about to switch over to fiber optic cables. And I'm kind of concerned, because it's like through a different plan, and I don't know how much I'm gonna get throttled. I'm about to find out. It's a terrifying enterprise to be in. So -5 green scrap gets sentient meat hook. Not exactly a very orthodox item to get in racing. It, at best, is going to be a good option as, yeah, Popcorn is in chat talking about questioning the choice to do so, right? -5 green scrap, that's like something if there's like a band printer or an ATG printer or something, right? Could use that as Faku, sorry, is just zooming ahead at 30 minutes and 23 seconds, going to be able to have a sub 32, and it's going to be up not to Popcorn, not to Wollywog, it's going to be up to AKDRER to see what he can do. The 20th seed, the least likely from what we've seen so far to be able to pull this off. Can he do it? AKDRER's done it before. But we gotta know if AKDRER's in superpower mode today or not. Right? It's only got 12 minutes to be able to finish off Mithrix. Does have the Prion, does have a fuel cell with that Prion. We'll see what can happen. He's currently getting distracted by the Void Seed, unfortunately. Which, that Void Seed, we all know, just gives a Void crit and gives a Void potential that has an Opal in it. Which I guess the Opal saved Wollywog. Wally only at 1 death here. Right, even with all the harassment of all those enemies, is trying to find a way to charge TP, is constantly getting taken out of it with the Ion Surge. Still has another 20% to go. Yeah, Void Touched Vagrant, there it is. That's kind of terrifying. 1 needle tick and that's a death. Oh, speaking of death, look out Popcorn. Popcorn, the only one not to get the Prion within 10 minutes. Is a Blast Shower. Which I guess is kind of useful if you get overloading bubbled by something. If you get glacialed and get super slowed. Right, it is a way out. But Faku is done. Faku is finished, and we are now able to see the time. Once it unfreezes, there we go. I can't even read that. Is that 31:38? Breach, did you have Faku verify the time? That looks like a 31:38. Okay, 31:38. We'll take it. GG Faku. Hold on. So, maybe not GG yet. Time to first is 31:38. And it's going to be up to AKDRER to pull that off. Can he do it? It's very unlikely. Right, standing at 20 minutes now has 10 minutes to pull it off. We'll see if he can do it. Oh, there goes the Gup. Get out of here, Gup. I hate Gup. Get wrecked. Popcorn taking advantage of the hover ability on Artificer. It still amazes me that Artificer, back in the day, didn't have this hover ability. She used to be really floaty. Did like 30% damage, or 30% less damage with her M1. And the little tendrils of the nano bomb procced bans. As AKDRER finds the sentient meat hook, there we go, very nice. That's going to be good against the crowds for stage 5, and for the stage 4 TP for that matter. Was able to see it fine when recording, so things are good. Yeah. What I usually do when I'm recording, I'll verify times with the racers just to make sure. I might make that a thing during the tournament. Make it mandatory. Don't worry, I'll give you a 30% raise though. And someone who could use 30% more speed. Look at Wollywog, bottom right. Popcore took 4 hooves on stage 3. AKDRER took 2 hooves. Wally didn't go into the hoof printer. And somehow, I don't even know how, survived stage 5 without dying. That's actually insane. But here we go. Here comes the perfected Wisp. The gatekeeper. I'm not talking about the Cedar Point ride. I'm talking about this asshole that's just camping the spawn. But, I mean, Wally's got a much better setup for it. Can hide behind this wall and keep running. Definitely, yeah, want to keep an eye. I think it's targeting the 3 healing drones, though. You can just keep going. You can keep running. But you got to be fast. You got to get down. You got to get underneath the bridge right now. Right now. Go down, go down, go down, go down. Okay, it's going up. This could end poorly. Ending good, though, is AKDRER with a stage 4 TP. Gets off a Prion shot on one of the Stone Titans. It's dealing a ton of damage to the other. Takes advantage of the time before the laser comes out once it gets to half health. Gets another Fireband activation. Gets the Feather. Is looking pretty good deathless. Here on stage 4 at the 2240 mark. Again, I mean, only has about 7 minutes, realistically, to finish the Mithrix fight. If AKDRER was full-on speedrunning, could be possible, but I don't think so. Teddy Bear block, nice. 14% chance success against that larva. 200 health saved. 200 health that he needs. Taking a lot more hits. Oh my god. Only alive because that Teddy Bear now. Loses the watches. And after that wave of larva, in a lot of trouble. Look out, AKDRER. Yeah, Faku's built different. I gotta agree with you, Dan. Welcome in, by the way. Hope you're doing good. Welcome to the hosting league. And, oh my god. Oh no. Brass Contraption? What happened to Popcore? Popcore was done with a TP. Took a death. Oh no. 2 deaths there. Things were looking so good for Popcore. At least for trying to beat Wally. And now, with a 5-minute disadvantage, takes a death from a Brass Contraption, like literally one of the last enemies alive on the entire map. Oh, jeez. It's not looking good. 47, 48 minutes, the time to finish as a whole. Has until the 71-minute mark. Which, I mean, you still got about 22 minutes if you're Popcore, but that's a yikes. That's an oh no. Oh, jeez. Okay, here we go. Here comes Mithrix. Oh, I never thought about doing that. You use the ice as Mithrix is running up. Now, obviously, the Fireband usage there wasn't very good, especially given that Wollywog has 2. Not a crit, either, on that Prion. Not a... yeah, no Fireband proc, no crit proc. But that is smart. Use the Ice Wall into the Prion. And now has to deal with the starting part of Phase 1. Having it be a sour spot. Some good news for Popcore. Gets another Fireband with those Blast Showers. That could be good. Sees the encrusted box, the encrusted key that no one else got. Let's see what's inside. Oh, there it is. And Popcore, with a 5-minute disadvantage without the Prion, has a double Fireband, has a few crowbars, has a Blast Shower, has a chance to maybe not get in 4th place here. We'll see. As another Prion shot lands, I think that was also not Fireband sweet spotted by Wally. Just kind of gets both of them out. I would like to see a little bit more attempt to try and pull that off, but even then, I mean, at least lands them. I think for me, I try to like get the Fireband in, and then I end up just completely whiffing. So still very good, nonetheless. As Mithrix is now halfway dead. Halfway gone through Phase 1. No watches for Wally. Does have 1 APR, though. It's a very similar damage output to what Faku had, but Faku was doing this part of the Mithrix fight at like the 26-minute mark instead of the 39 real time. So that's an extra 50% health on Mithrix just from that alone. AKDRER here, look how effortlessly AKDRER's making it seem. Going through this TP. There's a few Glacial Wisps, though. That might be a little scary. Does have 2 Repulsion Armor Plates, though. Does have a Rose Buckler, though. With the Teddy Bear. Oh, my god. Okay, would probably be dead if not for those repulsions. Hanging on for dear life at this point. Jeez, there's a lot of Wisps. Good thing there's a Sentient Meat Hook. Uses Ion Surge. There we go. Ion Surge is an AoE ability. Don't let the flamethrower guru tell you otherwise. You can actually use it. It does something. There we go. Is there gasoline? Is there Will-O-Wisp? No, it's just the chains from the meat hook that's keeping AKDRER clearing these enemies. As I believe another wave of Glacial Wisps spawn in. Phase 1 Mithrix finally done for Wally. As Popcore's running up with that Polyloot in hand. Does have to get through the Gatekeeper. Prion shots used on a single Chimera. Okay. Personally, I'd just go for Tendrils at that point, but still, I mean, that's -1. It did land. Very good. Okay, where's the Gatekeeper? Where's the Gatekeeper for Popcore? Oh, I can get rid of Faku's screen, by the way. Yeah, the time was very beautiful. It's time to move on from it, though. There we go. And oh no! Right as I switched over to a new scene, we see AKDRER took a death from a brass contraption. Took 1 ball. Right as the crowds were starting to get handled, right as things were becoming a lot more manageable. Again, just led up to a little bit too soon, and now has a +5, just like all the other racers. But you don't want a double death. Even though there's just one, time is not now to tilt. It's just one mistake. Don't let that, crowd over you. Especially when 2 elders spawn in. Oh, jeez. This guy's gaming. He's jumping. He's doing everything. And oh, no. Another bell shot kicks in. And right as the charge went to 100%, I mean, AKDRER was doing so good the first 80-85% of that fight, in just the last second took that +10. 10 additional minutes with the double death. Now has to worry about so much more, but you know who else has to worry is Wollywog, who's kind of struggling a little bit against all these Wisps. Struggling a little bit less now that one's dead, but... Oh, Void Crit. Nice. Nice find, AKDRER. You found the Void Crit. I feel like there's been 3 Void Crits this run. Oh my god. Fireband found. Nice. Get another Polyloot or get an extra life? Popcore thinks, I'll take the extra life. And what happens for Popcore? Right, you stay 5 minutes if you die. But what does Popcore lose? Popcore loses 10% crit, loses the fire bands, they now become void bands. You get Lysate Cell. So you end up losing one of your blast showers. A little bit longer of a cooldown, but you have some more AoE damage, you have some more movement. Not the end of the world. And I think that's... Oh no, safer spaces. Okay. So it'll be very hard to die again after this stuff, if it does happen. So not a bad trade. Do a little bit less damage, but... And you are missing out on a Polyloot. I think it's a safe option. I think if you're looking for the fastest time possible, it's not the right option, but I think it's fine enough. It's good enough. Yeah, Popcore didn't even have to worry about the Gatekeeper there. And Wally again, with only 1 death, but man, these Prions just really missing out that double Fireband damage value. Maybe trying to just play it safe and not die anymore. It doesn't have any movement speed. That's probably it. and just wasn't able to get over there after the last Wisp was killed. And here goes the fight. The fight for Popcorn here. By the way, 41 minutes has passed. 31:38 was the time for Faku. So you know what that means? I can go ahead and hand out points for Faku, who came not only in first, but got double bonus. And it's going to be a very hard challenge for these other racers here to come up with a solution in the second loadout. To try and have a reverse sweep. We'll see. Time to completion. Time to kill phase 4 Mithrix. Right? That's going to be 41:38. Oh, not 41:38, my bad. 71:38. 41:38 was double bonus. There will be exactly that. Okay. Breach is a little bit back in time. You can tell. Because after I already corrected to the 71:38, he makes the post. Okay, AKDRER up on the moon. So, like, not that far behind. Right? Popcorn and AKDRER are both at 2 deaths. But AKDRER is 13 minutes behind. Or 13 minutes ahead. In fact, AKDRER, even with that double death, is still 7 minutes ahead. 7.5 minutes ahead of Wollywog. AKDRER with a chance to come up with second place here. It would be really good for him. AKDRER, who's currently still stuck in wildcard territory, dealing with the gatekeeper here. And not only dealing with the gatekeeper, but Wollywog takes another death, is now at 56 minutes, and only has, let's see, 15 minutes before it's a DNF. Can only afford a couple more deaths. You gotta be careful. You do have your execution at about 40% health. Oh my god, this is close. You gotta be careful. Oh, takes another death. Now it's 61 minutes. Popcorn in a good position here, and a really bad position here for Wollywog, who only has about 10 minutes left. Oh, jeez. Yo, Karn. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope your win streaks have been going good. I know with Roddy taking over first place, someone's got to take it away from the Australians, right? I appreciate it. Oh, man. And so close to the finish is Wally. Just has to deal with Mithrix here. Okay, there's going to be an ice that's going to prevent him from going up. That's going to prevent another pizza from... Nope, never mind. Oh, wait. He squatted it just at the right moment, just in the right way. Will not go up. Wally now has another 20 minutes to fight Mithrix before it happens again. Taking advantage using that Frost Relic. Okay. He goes to the center of the arena. This is going to be a good time. Is he thinking Freon? Oh. Wait, Mithrix just walked into the center. I think you can pull it off. Oh, wait, no. It's a little bit off. But if you adjust it just right, if you're Wollywog, if you do it just right, you can get a phase 4 skip. He's going to wait. He's going to wait for Mithrix to go back up. You don't want to hit him with the ice wall. Otherwise, it's very likely that he'll just insta-die. You put it down first. There you go. There's the phase 4 skip. There's the Preon. Mithrix is dead. Well done, Wally. Going to be able to finish this loadout. Going to be able to have it qualify. As for getting points, we'll see. It's going to be up to Popcorn here on phase 2. Popcorn with the blast shower. Going to be able to take these out pretty easily with the double fire band. And many crowbars. If he can land the shots, that is. Oh, I need a drink after this. This has been a crazy turn of events. AKDRER who was almost just not even able to make this loadout here. Right, came in at the last second, 13-ish minutes later after the round had even started. Already almost done with phase 1 and caught up to Popcorn in real time. A lot of skill that we haven't really seen from AKDRER here. AKDRER has shown up today. Even with that double death, if not for the double death, AKDRER would actually have had a shot of denying some bonus points. Oh, be careful. Water. Wally, what are you doing? Avoidable deaths, yes. Don't have another one. You are not invincible on the ship. Oh, jeez. And there's a perfected now. And it's aggroed on you. And if you take another death, I mean, it's not going to be a DNF for you, but it's going to be pretty hard. Any chance that you have... Oh my god, 21 HP, only alive because of the med kit, now in deep trouble. While we had a similar situation on stage 5, would have actually probably had a DNF, perhaps, if not for surviving that whole event. And oh my god, so many more shots. Will this be a grub? Will it happen? No. Wally's gonna be fine. Oh, man, people today are just terrifying me. Did I almost say Waterholic? Okay, I always get Water and Wally mixed up. They both almost scrub on the ship at like 90%. What's the difference? They have the same playstyle, they both have a W in their name. Okay, 64:59 is the time for Wollywog. So let's go get that up now. Let's see. I always scroll past it. There it is. So time to completion 71:38. Time to second place is 64:59, which is pretty easy to do. If you're in Popcore shoes, you're at 61. You've got all of phase 3, so maybe not the easiest. It would have been really easy if that was a death, though. If you're AKDRER, you might end up dying here. Let's see, AKDRER's at 40... Is that 48 minutes? I think so, yeah. So AKDRER has a decent chance. Still has like 17 minutes in the Mithrix fight, but things are a little bit dicey here in phase 2. Personally... Oh, actually, you know what? They're almost dead. You can hold on to the Prions. AKDRER's doing it. He's making it work. It's a little scary. It's a little sketchy. Hides behind the pillar. Using the pillar is really good. That's something a lot of racers forget to do, is using those pillars. They end up not just standing out in the open, and then there's just 6 machine guns gunning them down. It's the reason why they pop up at the start of phase 2, as Popcore dies, but does not get a +5. Instead, oh geez, that was almost +5 actually. Gets Void Band, gets Safer Spaces, gets Lysate Cell, and gets Void Crit. So a little bit less damage, but did not lose 5 minutes. AKDRER missed the Prion shot there, unfortunately. The start of phase 3. Thank you, Golem, for messing that up. Don't you just love Golems? Oh, Popcore's in the sky during phase 3. This is terrifying. It's just going to play the distance game. RNG pays off. Here we go. Popcore, it's not looking good for Popcore. Wally actually might be able to get a point, even after all those deaths. Those avoidable deaths, as he put it. AKDRER, 13 minutes, started 13 minutes later, is on... Oh my god, that was so greedy. That was so greedy, and it missed. You have to, like, charge up the Prion and then put the ice down, like, as it's coming up. There's a specific way to do it, and not even I know how to do it that well. I haven't really thought of it ever. Right, AKDRER's thinking, I'll freeze Mithrix, and then I'll pull off the Prion, but he moves a little bit when that happens. And because of that, even with the double Prion there, now having to be Prionless and go through the whole Mithrix fight, might be able to get one off during Pizza. But it's focusing a lot on the ads. You don't want to do that right now. Right now is the time to kill Mithrix. The ads could come later. Though the more curse you build up, the more you feel like you have to deal with them. Which it definitely makes it safer if they're dead. But the later in a run, the more they're just going to keep spawning and keep spawning and keep spawning. Especially in Phase 3, when you're this high up as Artificer, you can actually get some wisps to spawn if you're not careful. Here comes another pizza. 64.59, no longer possible for Popcore here. But will there be a completion? Uh-oh. Popcore's got to go fast. Popcore's running out of time. Boy band. Can't Phase 4 skip because of that. But at least it's still in it, thanks to the larva pickup from the encrusted key. Here we go. Ice in the center. Oh no! Actor took a death. Actor took a death going for the Preon shot. I think it landed good. But took a death. Now at 56. Now at 61. A double death. And suddenly Waterholic is looking like he's going to get in second place. Oh no. 10 minutes just added onto the clock just like that. And to make matters worse, Popcore at the 70-minute mark has 1 minute and 38 seconds to get not only to Phase 4, but also needs to kill him. Did I just say Waterholic? Again, I can't tell the difference. Wollywog, Waterholic, they're the same racer. I'm convinced. It's just two people. It's two people. Or two racers under the same name. And that's another death for Actor. Actor doing so good. Just getting a little too greedy with his Preon. And because of that, unless things turn around here, is going to be a DNF, but let's focus on Popcore here for just a moment. At the 70-minute mark, 70 minutes, 42 seconds, has less than a minute to kill Mithrix. Cannot die. We'll see. There's Medkit. Mithrix needs to die quickly. There is Ice Execution, though. And that's a death for Actor. That's going to be a DNF. It would be smart, it would be wise if Breach waited a second. And Popcore's going to think, oh no, do I have to concede? Hang on there. Just got off a flight, can't let the watch streak die. Waterholic, congratulations for getting in second place. Despite your avoidable deaths, as you typed in, as you almost died typing. Oh my god. What a turn of events here at the end of this run. An Actor has to concede. It's up to Popcore here. Popcore with just a few seconds left. 71:38, the time to complete. Molly, thank you for the 9 months, by the way. I appreciate it. I thought that was a watch streak pop-up. 20 seconds here. Has 20 now. Okay, from 20 for real down to 18. Just needs to get the Ice Execute. It's down to the wire. Can Popcore finish Mithrix? The answer is yes. Mithrix is dead with 10 seconds to spare. Well done. Will now just get to leave. Takes a good portal. Has the feather. And is going. Oh my god. What a close call. And what a good call for picking up the larva. The larva that gave Popcore this point. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the extra poly loot would have meant Mithrix would have died a lot faster. None of that would have happened. I don't know. What I do know is that was close. That was really, really close. Oh, man. Here's the ship. Spaces bug not active. Can still take a death, which might mean something down the line. If Popcore ties up with either Actor or Wollywog after Loadout 2, right? Again, every death matters. Wollywog is at 3 deaths right now. I think Popcore might be at 3 as well, or just 2. I think might be at 3. We'll see at the end. It's in a white background. But those deaths are going to mean a lot. Oh, actually, Actor took a DNF. So in terms of tie-breaking for second and beyond, Actor's going to need to get more points than Wally and get more points than Popcore. So there is still outcomes. If Actor does get in first place overall, and there's like a reverse sweep of everything that happens points-wise, Actor can still get a tie-break round. for first. Right, only normal points are considered for first place. Second and below, for those tiebreakers, AKDRER's going to need additional points. And that's a finish for AKDRER. GG. Let's get a look at the time for that. As the ship is going up, we get to see the cutscene. Isn't this like your favorite cutscene in the whole game? You get to see a moon poof out of existence. Imagine what's going to happen to the tide. Oh, it just ends right there. Wait, what? Wait, well, hold up, Breed. She just ended the... Okay, maybe the second recording. Maybe the second recording has it. Here we go. So we got Loadout 2, where there's all 4 racers present this time. AKDRER is not gonna pop in 20 minutes late like the first time, and immediately, oh my god, as we were talking about it earlier, as we've seen races in the past where there's just no movement speed whatsoever, there it is. We got an energy drink printer right out of the gate, right in spawn, here for AKDRER. And for all the other racers. I don't know why I'm focusing on AKDRER. He's special. He's here. He's got a really nice gold. I like that yellow. I think it looks good on a lot of the survivors. Wally's got like a similar shade of yellow, but it's a little bit more golden. I like it as well. I also like Faku's skin. Look at that. It's like a red apple. And you can see like the flesh of the apple on the head of Commando. Popcore and AKDRER both picking up a gasoline right out the gate. I don't know how I feel about that, as there's a pillar skip. And that's in a spot not a lot of people check. If you're ever doing a race and you want to have a little bit of advantage, go where Faku just went. Go in that little vent to the right of the pit here. Right, the way side of the map with this tiny cliffside with all the little arches coming out of it. No one goes up there, and it's really hard to see what's up there unless you jump in. And that's going to be something that Faku has. We'll see if the other racers find that. I'm willing to bet maybe only one other person finds it, though. And if that's true, then Faku, the racer who got both bonus points in Loadout 1, is looking like he's going to get even more. Unless there's another pillar skip down the line, it could happen. But that's a tricky spot. Right next to a scrapper, there's a slug. That's going to be an item you want to keep. Maybe some of the other worse items out there, like the stun grenade. Oh, roll of pennies. You don't want to give that up. Man, there's so many good items. Oh, there's also a mocha printer. I feel like you go for energy drink this early on, though. Mochas are really good. You can use it while you're using your M1. You actually get some speed value from that. Wollywog just immediately goes into it, even though knowing that about the energy drink printer, right, you only get about half the speed value, but you get a little bit of attack speed as well, which Commando needs. Maybe there's like a bleed printer down the line that could be really good, but there's a lot of white items in this stage. You can get energy drinks, you can get mochas. I don't think crowbar is going to be all that useful. Faku thinks it is, though. It's not the blind scrap. Does know about the scrapper. Blind scrap, I meant to say blind print. How I would have played this stage out, right, with all the white items, if I didn't know about the scrapper, I would hold on to the pennies, do the TP. Oh, the equipment right next to TP is a caffeinator. Okay. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are going to have that. But I would use the pennies, finish off the TP fight, right, and let the Wisp shoot me a bit, and then I would scrap it after, or blind print after. I also probably wouldn't pick up the gasoline for stage 1, as nice as gasoline is. I would want to do the TP event first. Oh, look out for the golem spawns. There's 2 golems. 2 golems on was that popcore screen? Yeah, one spawned up there. Oh, but that golem popcore. As I was gonna say, popcore's gonna find the wings. AKDRER takes a death on stage 1. Took a shot from a golem. That's death. That is not good if you're actor and you need double bonus points and you need to just flip around right in the moment. You're in deep trouble. You are in a bad spot, bad territory. You're gonna need everyone else to mess up now to have any chance. Or you're gonna have to find some Giga God item in some weird, obscure location, whether that means you start hitting blue portals. I don't know. But I do know that Faku's screen froze for a second. And is freezing again. Oh, man. Vagrant Blast might be death number 2. Hides behind the wall, though. Is safe. Right, the Vagrant Blast takes place where it first happens. Oh my god, but doesn't happen that time. That's death number 2 for Actor. Just didn't go to try and finish off the Vagrant, and that's going to be a death. All Actor had to do there was just shoot it a couple times. We can call it breaching. Oh, with the screen freezes? That's not a bad idea. I'll think about it. Red Whip, by the way, found as the boss item on stage 1. Was that Debita Energizante? Is energy drink? I probably butchered that. But Faku ended up getting 3 of those. Takes an Opal over crit. Honestly, I don't hate that. Has the 1 watch. Has 3 energy drinks. Has a PSG. That's probably going to the scrapper. And that's going to be pennies that Faku's going to be able to keep. Nice. Really good setup for Faku. Going to be leaving at the 6-minute mark. Yeah. Popcore finishes off the Vagrant without dying. Wollywog finished off the TP without dying, and without really taking many hits at all. Of course, still has to charge the TP. Doesn't have pennies during this time. Oh. Uh-oh. As if Actor's run wasn't bad enough, saw the Mocha printer and lost the gasoline. That's something you want to keep. Hopefully you find one immediately out of stage 2. As soon as you enter stage 2, by the way, there's an armor-piercing round printer and a tri-shop that has, I believe, a med kit, a bungus, and a question mark. So some early options there. Oh wait, no, was that a rusted key? A bungus. Whatever it is, 4 mochas and a watch is cool, but AoE damage is even cooler. And Actor's gonna need to find something to help out. And was I talking about the wings? Okay, everyone has the wings. I guess it's because the equipment barrel was very visible from the teleporter. You could see the little orange cross on it. I think if it was a little bit further back, nobody would get it. So I guess I take back my statement. Going straight to $0 is Popcore, who gets a hoof, saves a couple seconds from no money transfer, and will get to leave. There you go. Did not go for the mochas, though. And I think Breach is... Oh, you know what it is? I think Popcore's resolution went back up to 1080p. That might have been what did it. So if Breach does call timeout, could maybe see about trying to reduce that a little bit. Note to the racers, if you ever have Breach as your... If you have Breach or Mayan, go for the 720, 30 FPS approach. And if that doesn't work, you can go down to 480p. And that's an ATG Mark 1 on Wally, bottom right. Faku doesn't have it yet, might find it down the line. There's a large chest printer. Or... There was a large chest up there. Did I say large chest printer? I'm just randomly AI generating words at this point. We got Wallyholic. We got large chest printer. What's next? Huh? What's next? I don't know. What's next is Breach doesn't know if to call timeout or not. Personally, I would just do it. Get everyone down to 720p. There we go. Bite the bullet. It's kind of like when you have to ask your boss a question. He still didn't hit it yet. He really wants to do it. It's like, oh, should I ask? Or if you're like feeling kind of sick, if you're like, man, I really don't want to go to school. I kind of feel a little down. There's that assignment that's due soon. Should I ask my mom? It's 6 a.m. in the morning, 2 hours before school. Do I go over? Do I ask? Do I try to pretend like I'm sick? I don't know. And you just keep pondering, you just keep thinking. I held back from swearing. Good job, host. There's spare drone parts on Faku. So yes, Faku didn't find the, in quote, large chest printer. By that I mean the ATGs. Faku did find the AP round printer. We'll probably get to it later. But Wally, slot number 15, has the ATG, has double AP round, but doesn't have the spare drone parts, and neither does any other racer. If you're Faku right now, I don't even know if you go much into the AP rounds. I would just want high mobility. Okay, maybe the AP rounds for a little bit, but your stage 3 is Scorched Acres. You're not going to get many drones there, but stage 4 is Abyssal Depths. And after Abyssal Depths is Sky Meadow, that's your chance to build up drones. It would be really nice if you were able to farm pennies and find like a Wisp or something, or maybe a Blazing Lemurian on stage 2 to try and get a couple other drones on Wetland Aspect, a stage that has a ton of drones on it, and finally breach Hell's Timeout. If you now, Popcorn's still at 30 FPS. Okay, nothing really changed there. I don't think that's going to do anything. Just maybe trying to hold out a little bit more. Tri-tip found on Popcorn, very good. Oh man, I feel like if you find the spare drone parts before you activate TP, it could be in a good spot. It's like, what drones do we see here on stage 2? I'm looking through the other erasers. There's a healing drone already. Interesting pin. If somebody pinned large chest printer, take it out. Take it down, Mayan. Don't let Breach bully me like this. Oh, man. Okay, stage 3, though. For Faku here. This is a good chance, although there isn't any small drones such as healing drones or gunner drones. Right, I think you can find those on find gunner drones on Rally Point Delta. I think it's like out of 66% drone spawns, it's like a third of the time you get TC-280, and then 2/3 of the time you get gunner drone. So it's usually the best stage to get for stage 3 if you have Drone Man. But best stage for stage 2 is going to be Wetland Aspect. It's the drone stage. Nobody else has found it yet. I hope they find it. Wally needs to find it soon. Needs to find a large chest or a chance shrine, whatever one it came from. And if you don't get it soon, then you lose. You just lose, and it's over. Wally's the one that needs to find it, and is out of money, and did not find it. Something terribly wrong is going to have to happen to Faku for him to lose this race at this point. Right, because not only did everyone need to find it, but everyone else needed to beat Faku. Or if not that, Wally needs to get double bonus against Faku, who would need to get in second. Nope, still the same. No gamble. We don't have enough people right now. They're out doing dishes. They all invested in Fortune 500 companies and have given up their gambling ways. Oh, you know who found it? Is AKDRER. AKDRER found spare drone parts, but has the double +5, has the double death. And also Popcorn finds it. Okay. This is terrible news if you're Wollywog. You have no deaths as Wally. But at the bright side, right? You already have the 2 points. If you're Wollywog, you don't have that double death like AKDRER. If the rest of your run is good and you get 1 point, you might have a chance against Popcorn, right? I think it'll come down to deaths or down to time per run if neither die this run. Imagine there's like a second drone parts on stage 3. And then it's fine anyways for Wally. But then everyone else would have 2. I don't know. Stage 4 is Abyssal Depths. That's why you get large chests? Yeah, I agree. Large chests, I mean, they're kind of gambles sometimes. If there's a lot of normal standard items, and you feel like you can just win a loadout, you can be fine without RNG. I think it's fine to move off. Wait, did Faku get that armor-piercing round? Yes, okay. Like, slid over as he was TPing away. Almost didn't happen. But Faku's on stage 4. Didn't get any drones on stage 3, because the only thing you could get are equipment drones, and I don't see a single equipment on this stage. On a stage where you gotta hold on to your wings. Leeching Seed for Wollywog. Yes, that is the tide turner right there. While AKDRER and Popcorn and Faku have spare drone parts, you have Leeching Seed. That's why rusted keys are good too. Oh yeah. Now rusted keys are super free because it's like getting a large chest, but it's just you're missing out on a white try shop or something. Which sometimes you go for. You want to at least have one, I feel. But if it's like watch versus rusted key, I feel like rusted keys can come from other sources, right? What always sucks is when you go for the rusted key over something else, and then the very next small chest you open up is a rusted key, and it's like, oh, well, that's 20% less damage this whole run. Right, it's more of a gamble to go for large chests. But in a setup where Faku's at 5 points, and the other racers are at 2 or below, ooh, that's a feather on stage 4, by the way. So survivability just really, really good. Faku finds a watch. Personally, I don't really like what Faku's doing here. Going for all the chests and stuff. You could just get a spare drone part build. Which, yes, you can lose it on stage 5 if grandparents do grandparent things. But, I mean, already like 2 or 3 drones were pinged. I guess maybe you want to kill the things that are going to kill the drones first, though. So maybe that's the thing. That's the thought. Right, you don't want to buy drones and then have them all die to Imp Overlord. There's a squid polyp printer. Wait, who has the caffeinator? I think it's AKDRER. Yeah, AKDRER is the one that didn't get the wings. Which could be a detriment if 2+5s weren't already bad enough. But if you have the remote caffeinator and you find the squid polyp printer, then you just have a polyp build. It'd be nice if the polyps had spare drone parts, but they're not mechanical. They are biological turrets. And that is a lot of money being wasted for squid polyps for AKDRER. I don't like that at all. You are spending so much of your money. Like, it's not a bad idea if you have a spare few $1,000s, but think of all the chests and stuff that you could buy after stage 3. Unless you're just trying to get out of this stage, which, I mean, these polyps aren't doing any damage. They're just kind of hiding out down there. AKDRER could be at like $400 right now. We got Glacial Lemurian Horde of Many. Okay. That's gonna be scary. I guess in that case, you'd want to... Oh, that's a death for AKDRER as well. Now up to 3, even with the spare drone parts. Was kind of getting harassed by this Clay Dune Strider. He got like triple orbed or something, maybe just clay potted. Oh my god, about to die again. Some of these racers are really struggling, even with the spare drone parts. Because they don't really have any extra drones to go with them. And since they got here a lot later, they're ending up fighting 2 instead of just the 1. Which is really allowing Faku to speed on ahead. And Wollywog too, for that matter. Even without the spare drone parts, went for the printer. As AKDRER takes death number 4, it's pretty much over for AKDRER at this point. Unfortunately, but the good news is spare drone parts has this anti-tilt built-in mechanic, where every time you die, you get a Colonel Drone Man. So now there are 3 drone men fighting for him, which he can use, and heals up a little bit with the caffeinator. He's gonna be able to kill them. Gonna be with no Dune Striders. Oh, so you're sure you didn't mean a royal caffeinator? No, I meant large chest printer. With the royal caffeinator. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna have a whole dictionary at the end of this league, aren't we? I'm casting alone out here. Oh, man. Oh, God, that's cursed. Okay. Yeah, I looked at my Discord. Who posted it? JP, that looks like it's something... We're talking about the Wollywog. JP posted an image. I think that went through Dolly 3 or something. Basically, just take a frog and put it through Waterholic's avatar. And that's what you got. Thing terrifies me. I don't know how I feel. I'll probably end up uploading it anyway. This is what I do. I pay for better Twitch Prime, and I don't even use it. Okay, $2,700 for Faku. Faku, who finished off the Glacial Horde of Many. Finished off everything else. See, I think it's starting to make sense to me as to what Faku did in his strategy. You want to wait for everything to be dead before you go in for the drone setup. Otherwise, they're all just going to die, right? You have to get them friends so that there's less focus fire specifically targeting them. And then you can buy some healing drones. You can buy some it's just a gunner turret. That's only going to be good if you know, have empathy cores. That's the name of the item. And there's a red item. Okay. Hold up. You're telling me there's head stompers now too? You've got to be kidding. There is an equipment drone on stage 4. I feel like that's like one of the only few things there are, though. There's an equipment and an incinerator drone, but you don't like incinerator drones because they're expensive. As a bottle's popped, and for Wally, I mean, the drone dream isn't really happening that much right now. The more I'm looking into this run, sometimes Drone Man, you find like 7 drones and it's this beautiful build and you can just sit back and AFK the whole time. It's not happening this time. There's barely any drones, and all the things are just adding up. All the pre-spawns are just everything that love to eat away at your drones. Right? You got Imp Overlords, you've got Glacial Elder, Horde of Many. Not a single drone's making it past that. And Fagu, all he could afford really is a healing drone. Incinerator drones are expensive. You don't want to lose your pillar skip, or your fast pillar skip anyway. With the head stompers, that kind of changes things. But with head stompers, it's nice. It's really good. It's a pillar skip guaranteed for everyone. That's going to help for AKDRER. If AKDRER can find that, AKDRER picked up a watch, is going to lose it the next time he gets hit, even for 1 damage, already being under or below the 25% threshold. AKDRER at the 42-minute mark at 4 deaths right now. There's the watches, and with that now at 5 deaths, I mean, not a very good run for you when you have spare drone parts and you have everything else. Is thinking about conceding, just knowing how dire the situation is. A gun is found though for Faku. Are you kidding? There's not. Is there? What's the boss? What is the boss at stage 5? It's Xi Construct. LOL. That is not Solus. That is Lizai. And with a stomp, though, brings it down to half health. Uh-oh, Faku. There is a void-touched Elder that popped up. I don't even know how Faku didn't get hit. Faku should be dead right now. It was like aiming at a drone or something. I don't know what happened. But Faku's still alive. Popcore is almost not alive. Hasn't even activated the TP yet. Got an Incin drone. Lost the healing drone or something. Did finish off the Imp Overlord, though. And is holding on to double watches. Is going to have to get through the rest of the stage at half health. in order to have any chance, is down to 3 health, only alive thanks to a med kit among other items. Bison steak even. Keeping Popcore alive. But lost 2 watches. Yeah, it's a drone destroyer. Any drone you get, it's just gonna hug it, and then it's gonna punch, punch, punch. Take it out immediately. Right, you just gotta take them down almost immediately, or you're in big trouble. And speaking of trouble, is poor Popcore, who's just doing 40% damage less, still needs to activate the TP, and it's gonna find out the elders. Yo, Core, what are the numbers next to their names mean? That is their current placement in the hosting league. So we have 28 racers. The closer they are to the number 1, the better they're doing. We got about 2 weeks left. I think numbers 1 through 22 will be entered into the tournament. Yes, 1 through 22. And while I was mentioning that as well, Wollywog takes his first death as well, which gives a good lead for Popcore. If Popcore can finish in first without in second place without dying, we'll end up getting second place this race, which is something you want. Right, both Wally and Popcore towards the bottom, almost having to do the wild card. You don't want to get sentenced to wild card. Only 2 of those will make it to the tournament. Oh, there's a focus crystal printer. Okay. Here's the solution. It comes in at stage 5. After the TP is done, Faku finds it. Sees, okay, +3 focus crystals. Huge increase in damage. Sees an ATG on a tri-shop, is going to take that. And when I was talking about don't even go for the piercing rounds or anything like that, oh, you should have gone all in. It was clearly the play from the start. Here comes Faku with the double Ducleus. Wait, is Faku even going to pick him up? I guess you really don't want to. It does literally nothing except make Mithrix take another item. Oh, okay, no. Wants to go for him anyways. Gotta prove that you have him, right? Oh, man. So, Glacial Horde of Many. AKDRER at 61 minutes, not looking like it's going to be a finish for him. Despite the stoppers, despite the drone parts, really just struggling. And with every passing second that these racers didn't activate the TP, was additional time before an additional Glacial Elder would spawn in. Right, so while Faku only had to deal with maybe like 1 and a few non-elites, I see there's like 3 on AKDRER's screen. 3 on Wally. Wait, no, only 2 on Popcore and Wally. Okay. So maybe only just 2. But 2 is a lot more than 1. That's for sure. Popcore actually the only other one, other than Faku, not to die yet. I think it's going to be a full 10 points for Faku here, though. Faku, who accidentally fall damaged Mithrix there. You got to be careful. You're just trying to use that to get higher ground. Has to be careful, though. Just trying to land. And here we go. That's a stop. There we go. Another 10% of Mithrix's health is down. Faku has 2 healing drones alongside the Colonel Drone Man. It's a good distraction, a good damage dealer. AKDRER is slowly building up the army of Drone Man. Every death adding another one. Popcore with 200 curse, still no +5. Well, I'm looking down, and unfortunately, yeah. Popcore takes a death, which brings Popcore back on par, and not only with 1 death, but with 2. And now Wollywog is back in the picture. Right, assuming that Wally ends up getting in third place, still has the death advantage at this point. That might change as Glacial's getting really close. Right, for Popcorn, in order to get second place, Popcorn needs to get in second place as Loadout and need to have less deaths than Wollywog. And if not less deaths than Wollywog, needs to have less time overall if they are tied. Wollywog, all he has to do is either get second place and then just get second straight up, or needs to get in third and have less deaths as well. Alright, first place is pretty much out of the picture for him. I'd say Faku needs to die like 4, maybe 5 times with how slow things are going for the racers aside from him. Alright, Faku is chilling. And that's death number 2 for Wally here in this race, both at 40 minutes, just about. Actually, Popcorn about 7-8 seconds behind real time. Doesn't matter too much with how much is going on right now. Yeah, usually you see Drone Man runs and it's just chill, sit back, relax, have a sip, enjoy the sunset, go AFK for 20 minutes. Not today though, with Wollywog taking a third death, exactly what Popcorn needs to happen. Right, they can't be taking too much deaths though. As Wollywog gets in the legendary chest and obtains none other than the Interstellar Desk Plant. Healing is solved. GG. Oh man. Oh, you know what? Popcorn doesn't know about the Headstoppers yet. It's doing pretty good without him. Only a double death, stopperless. Has a TP under control. Faku dealing with pizza. We can't even tell what's happening though. The screen freezes for like 6 seconds. No, Wollywog, you scrapped it. What happened to your fault? What happened to your healing? Now you've only got a slug. Oh, ATG off a stomp. Nice. Really good for Faku. Faku freezes again. We're having some breach behavior on the stream right now. Oh, that's definitely spawned an ATG. Ooh, that was close. Faku does not have OSP, I believe. Yeah, I think it's at like 14, 15 curse. I can't even tell. Maybe 18 curse. The game, it's been frozen for like 10 seconds. No point pausing at this point. It's over. Oh no. Oh, we were doing so good for so long. Items are being taken away from Faku here as Phase 4 begins. That's going to be enough to get one item back from Mithrix. Gets the Opal, gets the PSG, gets movement speed. Able to dodge the orbs, able to dodge the needles. Spare drone parts is back. The drone's going to help out a lot now. Once it decides it's time to start shooting. Okay, it's doing that now. Faku took a few needles, but no ATG spawned. It's going to be fine. Even if an ATG did spawn, it would do no damage because there's like no damage items. And that is a Mithrix fight for Faku, who is done and is going to get I believe, a sub 34. Not bad. GG Faku. Made this run look like a cakewalk, the way he played it. But there was a lot going behind the scenes. I mean, look at the other racers here. They're struggling. What did Faku do that the others didn't? Like, it went faster, just real time? Saw the items, played it smart. Right, didn't go for the drones until after TP. Didn't even get the stompers till after, but was still fine. Went for those focus crystals once he had them. Played through the stage 5 TP, blasted the Zai construct and only had to deal with one. Okay, looks like AKDRER will as well, but I think AKDRER... Oh, there's the Void Touched Elder. Yeah, I don't know what happened with the Void Touched Elder on AKDRER, or on Faku. Seems like it just decided not to shoot him. They just call it breaching and not breach behavior. I'm pretty sure it's breach behavior. Internet, just starts breaching up. Comes in with that classic breach behavior. Yeah, also it just had to focus down that Imp Overlord. Right, had a lot of damage items for that. And because of that, with some syringes, some at least the one watch, a focus crystal, I think, not a whole lot, but made it work and just focused down on it, and through that was able to get through. As Breach calls the timeout to take AKDRER out of the game, by the way. Very quickly, AKDRER's like, yep, I'm done, and pieces out. Good attempt for AKDRER, but just missed the wings, and then from there just had a little bit of a downward spiral with that double +5 on stage 1. We saw a lot of potential from AKDRER in the first loadout, but once it got to him, just wasn't having a good time, and Commando can be tough on top of all of this, on top of all the tough enemies that we saw. So what does this mean here? Well, Faku had a 33 something. I'll figure that out later. But I do know that it's already 10 minutes faster than the other racers, so we can go ahead and just hand out those points right away. Faku is at 10. Confirmed. Time to complete, by the way. Let's see. I'll need to figure that out. 73... 3350. Yeah, that looks right. That looks right. Breach, I appreciate it. So 7350. Then it would be the time to complete. As we've got a 1v1. I'll have to double check. It might actually be a 3330. Yeah. Either way, I have means of double checking that. We'll just do that. 7330. Looks a little bit more. I can see a 3 on there and not a 5. Anyways, as we look at our two racers here, Waterholic, Wollywog. Okay, the more you guys say the Waterholic meme, the more I'm just going to mess up as well. Come on. Hopcore here, dealing with the TP fight, has the one Colonel Drone Man and the one healing drone helping out for the time being. Doesn't have the stompers, but does have one death less. What's that gonna do, though? Well, let's see. I mean, on a standpoint here, if I'm being honest, with no stompers, with the drones about to die, with a doubles eye contract as Commando, I only see it 1 AP round. There is the ATG that Hopcore got. I know Wally found the one on stage 2. I think was the only one to get that. Unless AKDRER did, but... Right, neither of them have the watches that Faku had throughout this TP. Holding on to those are very vital, very good. I'm trying to see what can happen here for Hopcore to have any chance. For Wally, the chance is just keep stomping and don't stop stomping. And those stompers are good. You have ATG with them as well. You have 4 AP rounds. Yeah, Wollywog, you guys are a joke. You guys are doing this to me. This is all your fault. Let me just blame it on chat. Wollywog has 4 AP rounds, has a focus crystal, has a lot of other things. I think Wollywog has a chance to finish, right? Has about 13-ish minutes to do so. Can't afford any other deaths. Hopcore, right? 2 deaths less is just charging TP. There's a chance. And I'm saying a chance that Hopcore has to finish this, but it's not looking good. We'll see what happens. The good news for Hopcore, though, is even if you don't finish this race, this Commando loadout, and you end up getting in 3rd, right? At the very least, Oh my god, it's barely alive. Pops the wings. You still get in third place, right? With the 1 point. But as the health is just slowly dwindling for Popcorn, and as Wally is already done with the TP. Yeah, I mean, Popcorn needs to get back in there. Needs to get back in the TP zone, because enemies are just going to keep spawning. Wow, those drones are doing a little tiny bit to help. Yeah, that healing drone takes a huge chunk from, I believe, a bell. Oh, I wonder if Popcorn knows, like, not to use the vent. If Pop uses the vent, could easily just get killed while being stuck in momentum lock. Don't want that to happen. Not too much up here anymore, but here come the Elders. The Elders, I believe, are void touched. The healing drone's actually still alive somehow. Nope, that one's not void touched. Oh, you gotta find a way to get in there. If you could just reorient the circle strafe to get inside TP zone, I think that'll be super good. So TP has got to be finished without dying, too, which, I mean, it's hard. Popcorn's at 79% done. Sees an opportunity. It's going to use the bubble shield. I feel like the bubble shield of the Xi construct is more consistent than the bubble shield in NG. Because it, like, moves with the enemy. It's that, or it's because the Xi construct has, like, 75,000 HP. Meanwhile, Engineer has, like, 100. Well, we got Planula. Nice. Also has Seducleus. It's like the 2 best yellow items in the game. Now, Wally needs to hurry up a little bit. Right, while Popcorn's at 200 some curse, making the most out of this life. Ooh, seize the Grandparent. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad call. You have the 1 bleed dagger, you have 1 mocha, you have 2 syringes. Might be able to build up some bleed. And it's doing so. Double digits bleed now. And look out for that greater, or not greater, but the Blazing Wisp. That's going to hurt. Yep. Will survive, though. And Grandparent has the orb active. Fireball. Nice. A lot of things are going to start dying, but with that population cap comes at a cost. Would have been nice instead of Gups that... Could you imagine if just a natural spawning Soulless Control Unit pops in? That wouldn't be a bad idea. If you've got, like, nothing else, you just pull off a Raymond Daniels, you sit underneath and just try to farm out a Soulless Control Unit. That would be really cope. But it'd be pretty funny if it worked. Uh-oh. Void Touch Grandparent. That's kind of terrifying. I wonder if Wally's going to go for that last Void enemy. Only has to deal with 1. To open up the Void Seed. Oh, Void Cradle, speaking of Voids. I believe Faku was up here, though, and didn't take it. Yep, that's why. Void crit, kind of cringe. But I guess Wally doesn't have any normal crit besides, let us leave. Imagine if he goes to the soups, and there's a crit red soup. Or white soup. That'd be funny. Alright, you gotta be absolutely sure there's no value whatsoever before taking the Void crit. Ooh, that's value. Bison Steak, easy. Void Touch Grandparent, finally getting below half health. Nice. Uh-oh, Popcorn, you're in trouble. Has Popcorn finished charging TP? There's been, like, no enemies around here. This is the perfect time to get in there and get it to 99% if you have it. I think he has. There's no other reason why he'd be going over here. Is there a prize? What's the prize pool? The prize pool is $550 at the end of the league. There's going to be a tournament for that. So the racers here, they're currently trying to qualify for the tournament. The top 22 get in, and depending on how good they do during the league, sets themselves up in a favorable or not so favorable seed. Hopefully I answered before the ad kicked in. Otherwise, I'll say it one more time. Prize pool, $550. Everything you gotta know should be over there. Check under the rules tab. Up on the top page, like aside from the terms and conditions, should say everything. And Wally made it in. Now, how much time does Wally have? Let's see, 7 minutes? That's not much time. Surprisingly enough, Popcore has a decent amount of time, assuming that there's no death here. Honestly, we've seen it so many times with some of the racers, though. They finish a TP, and then, like, the last enemy gets them killed. I almost wonder if that's going to happen for Popcore. I hope it doesn't, but there's a chance, right? Even without the head stoppers, even with just the spare drone parts, Popcore might be able to find some drones and have a shot at getting something. Sees the Void Jailer over there is actually using radar scanner instead of wings right now, trying to look for drones. Thankfully, this was before radar scanner got nerfed, so you can actually tell what's what. I believe drones are still normal, though. And what a good use of that, right? Gets the incinerator drone. If Popcore goes underneath here, we'll find another drone. Down on the ground. Wollywog, by the way, on the Mithrix fight, has an ice band. Where'd that come in? It was after the bison steak. Was that over at Soup? Not sure. $66 minutes on the clock for Wally. Oh man, I mean, if you're using that radar, you at least want to try and game the system and get some drones. There's a drone just down south. Oh, that's an infested polyp. Thankfully not a 1.0 proc coefficient. Didn't die from it. Almost did, though. Sees a healing drone, though. It's going to take that. Sees equipment drone. That's going to be a radar drone now. Very good. That radar drone should be able to help you out find the other drones. And if you're Popcore, you just got to stack up on these drones because you don't really have any other solutions. You don't have the stompers that Wally has. You just keep going, maybe grab the wings, grab some more drones. You are taking time, but you can take even more. You need drones. Oh, it was the lockbox, really? Okay. Popcore's like, I'll just leave. Which I don't really like that option, but is what it is. You do have to leave at some point. And Wally's going to have 4 drones to help during the Mithrix fight. Couldn't find any more. There was about 2 or 3 others. I know it's like hard to track them through the. Oh, maybe they were gunner turrets. Maybe that's on me. I know gunner turrets show up as drones on the scanner. It might have been, yeah. And that could have been it. I know I saw about 3 other drone icons though. Popcore equals. I did not call Popcore Wally. Wally was the one with the rusted keybox. Got an ice band. Come on. Stop it. Stop trying to mess with me. I'm focused up. Phase 1, by the way, speaking of Wally, is not in a good spot and gets hammered. Oh no, up at 73-21. I mean, had like a few more phases to go. We could call it by technicality, but Wollywog is actually going to have to concede. And this sets up a really good spot for Popcore to have a chance. Wally with the stoppers, with the ice band, needed to have a pretty perfect fight, and with that death, with Mithrix landing the way he landed, being stuck in wing prison just takes a death. And that's a concede. Wow. With stoppers. And everything else. Oh, there we go. And now we have Popcore. Which, if we look at this, time to complete 73:30. Popcore, who I doubted would be able to get through the TP event, not only got through the TP event, survived, and is waiting to wing up into the rest of the Mithrix arena. Is about to lose a healing drone, though. Is not happy about that. That's terrifying. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, it's going for the equipment drone now. That's good. I think that's a Wisp. Those drones are really struggling. And you gotta get in there fast. You gotta get in there quick. Go, go, go. Those drones are your only hope. Okay, they did get the kill. That's good. They killed whatever was harassing them. The drones take a little bit to TP in as well. I'm surprised the Instant drone didn't take any damage of all of them. And here we go. Okay, finally the drones are doing something. Breach, don't do it. At 59:37. And, oh god, that was close. Almost had the same incident that happened to Wally. Is able to be fine, though. Popcorn nearing the hour mark. Has 13 minutes to do this fight. Can afford to take one death, but will have to be really good. And will have to not lose the drones for phase 3. Right. You look at the damage items. What does Popcore have? I see 1 bleed dagger. I see 2 syringes. I see 1 armor piercing round. And that's literally it. That's all there is for damage. Aside from that, it's 100% drones. Oh, wait, no, there's an ATG. I take that back. Oh, careful. And Syndrome even gets some fire damage in there. Nice. I mean, you can just tell how slow of a phase 1 this is already. Thankfully, didn't lose any of those drones to the Wisps down at spawn. I would say we're going to see Mithrix go back up and then go back down a good 4 more times. Right, it's going to be at least another minute and a half before phase 1's done. I'll bring Popcore down to about 11 minutes. And I kind of want to take back what I said about being able to die once. I don't think you can die at all in a fight like this. And if you do die, I hope it's like to a Wisp or something, so at least you get some money, so you can revive your drones. With the double pennies, right? Get rapid fired. That's a good way to go, if you're going to go out. Again, if Popcore can finish this fight before 73:30, have Mithrix dead by then, will secure 2nd place. Guaranteed. Don't you just love phase 1 sometimes? When you can't do damage to him, it's like, but you have the feathers, you have everything to dodge him. It's like the most boring thing ever. It's like watching paint dry. Alright, time to shoot Mithrix. He's going to do 1 attack. It's on Eclipse 7. Gonna shoot. Okay, he dashes. He does one more thing. He stands still for 10 seconds. I almost want to say Eclipse 7 Mithrix is easier than Eclipse 4 through 6. I feel like E4 through 6 has the hardest Mithrix fight. Because when Mithrix isn't attacking twice as fast, he just goes to the center way too much. It used to be even worse. Mithrix would just spawn, do 1 attack, and go back in center. He'd spawn, do pizza, he wouldn't even charge at you, he would just immediately go into pizza. So phase 4 skipping was super easy on E7. On phase 2 now, this part, I mean, you could try and speed things up a little bit by finishing off the almost dead enemies. I feel like your drone parts are going to do most of the job here, though. Right, they're not getting overwhelmed. You're gonna burst stuff down pretty well. Yeah, you can like take care of an exploder here, an exploder there. The radar drone is giving the enemies cancer, so they die 30 years from now from taking too many X-rays. Right, they're not putting on the little protective thing. It's what the? A wisp from behind? That had to have been it. A wisp orb from the behind takes Popcore down to 1 life, and suddenly what would have been maybe a chance of being able to finish, to be able to get in 2nd place overall, out of nowhere, death. Yeah, 718 damage to get hit by one of those. That's gonna kill you. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Okay. So you've got 4 minutes to get through Phase 3 and Phase 4. You don't have a fire band. What do you do? Well, you just, you hammer down, right? You haven't been called out. You haven't been forced to concede, even though you're at like a 69-30. Which means first place, at least not a sub 30. But things gotta pick up here. No crowbar damage. This is gonna be the time to deal. A golem spawns in immediately. And things are only going to get worse as the drones will slowly focus on less and less things. As more and more targets pop up. Mithrix is going to become less of a priority target to them. It's going to be random golems, random exploders. There's a good thing, there's the little chain gun on them, so they can hit multiple targets every time they shoot. Because without that, okay, Mithrix is going to be at the 75% mark here. He goes up. You've only got 3 minutes. Is it possible? I almost want to say no. I think at most you can get Mithrix down to about 1/3 health. But you're going to lose your drones to pizza. And you're going to have to repurchase them. Oh my god, that was almost it right there. Okay, the instant drone survived. That one, that's good because that one's expensive. You lose the equipment drone, though. The radar scanner, the X-ray machine is down. You gotta find the healing drone. There is a way to dupe the drones when they die to pizza. So now's your chance. You gotta find them. You gotta look for them. You gotta look for them. Popcore's doing that right now. Is trying to see where is it. Where is it? Sees the equipment drone. Do you want to give up your wings though? I don't know, but you did lose instant drone. Thankfully, both Colonel Dromant's still alive. Oh, I said that too soon, and now they're both dead. See, this is where things are gonna get really tough. You've got a healing drone, and that's about it. I wouldn't buy the instant drone. That one's a little expensive. Yeah, $4,000 to be exact. This is Squid Paul might be able to help take out a couple exploders. Mithrix down to half health. And, oh my god, that was close. Instant drone takes a slice of pizza, still alive. There goes the slide, still in there. Has about 1 minute and a half to do not only the rest of Mithrix's health, but also needs to do Phase 4 Mithrix. I don't think this is possible. It's not good. Minute 30. Mithrix down to about 2/5 health. Pizza time. You get maybe 2 more pizzas after this. Oh my god, almost got hit by that. Does not have OSP anymore. Yep, and that's it. 77. Timeout's called. Nobody finishes this run. Except for Faku. Except for Faku, which let's look at that again. Look at that time. Deathless. Made it look like a cakewalk. 32 or 33:30 on the time. On the dot, on the spot. Really fast. Everyone else concede. Everyone else had to concede this run, except for Faku. And Faku's going to come in with almost a perfect sweep. Well, a perfect 10, but not a everyone DNF 10. Not that it really matters too much for Faku. Faku going to be able to surge ahead in the leaderboard, perhaps, with the loss of K. And might have a chance. We'll see. But GG. Well played. It was a good attempt. Good run for everyone.